Welcome to this week's Joe Cooks. This week, I thought we'd have a go at making them giant cookies. You know the ones you see in the coffee shops and that they charge you like £2.30 for and that? I reckon we could make 8 for the same price. I've laid the ingredients out in front of us. It's probably stuff that you've already got in your cupboards. And we know what I had to buy for this one really was the chocolate chips. But we'll have a quick run through them, then we'll get cracking. Right, for this we're going to be using 200 grams of plain flour, an egg, some sugar, which is 75 grams of granulated sugar which I've blasted in a blender to make caster sugar, and 75 grams of brown sugar. And here we've got 150 grams of low fat spread which I've melted gently in the microwave. You can use any spread you want because, like I said, you're not going to be saving any calories on this one. This is the one I use from Lidl's. You're using a splash of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and some chocolate chips. 200 grams. Like I say, I'm not going to save any calories, so I'm just going to go for it. 100 grams of dark, 100 grams of milk. I'll get myself set up a little bit and we'll get on with it. Right, before we get started with our mixing, what we're going to need is you're going to need to preheat your oven to 180 degrees, because this doesn't take very long at all. And just line a couple of oven trays with parchment paper. I've done 2, so I like a nice bit of space between the cookies so they can spread out nicely. Use any old oven tray, you know, just as long as you've got the parchment paper on, you're good, you're good. Really easy this, you know, really easy. What we're going to do, in a big bowl, we're going to put our melted butter. Scrape as much out as you can. I mean, there's nothing healthy about a cookie, you know. So, but if you're on a diet and that, you can still have one. Just have one, you know what I mean? It's when 2 or 3 come involved, that's when it starts becoming unhealthy. Everyone's allowed a treat, man. Everyone's allowed a treat. We're going to go in with sugar. We're just going to mix this together and cream it up. Just like if we're going to make a cake. Because the butter's melted, it makes life so much easier. So much easier. If you've got electric whisk, use electric whisk. You know, I'm only using this because it's quiet and I can speak over the top of it. I've got one in the cupboard. They're only about a tenner. So I would recommend one if you're going to start baking a lot and that. But it doesn't take long at all, this. Doesn't take long at all. Once that's combined like that, so it only took a minute, we're going to put in our egg. If I can crack it properly. And with vanilla extract. About a teaspoon. That'll do for me. I like to taste it, but about a teaspoon's good. We'll just give this a good whisk up. I say we'll probably do this before the oven has a chance to click off. It's that quick. I mean, £2.30 for a cookie. What planet they're on, you know? What planet are they on? But this way, you make, I say, I'll probably get 8, I think. I'll last about 4 days in a box. I wouldn't see 2 a day because they're about 400 calories each. But they're great, man. They're great. Right. What I'm going to do now is go in with the flour and the dry ingredients. I'm going to use a sieve just because that's how I was taught when I was a young'un. You don't have to really. You can go in with straight in really. And get rid of that. We don't really need that anymore. And we're going to go in with half a teaspoon of salt. This will just bring the flavours out, the vanilla and the chocolate and that. And half a teaspoon of baking powder. The baking powder will just give it that enough cakey consistency to make it chewy when it's cold. That'll do for us. We'll just give it a sieve in. Tell us how you make your cookies, you know, in the comments and that. I love making stuff like this. Love making stuff like this. pretty therapeutic. And this one doesn't take all that long, you know, about start to finish, 20 minutes. It took us about 5 minutes to weigh the ingredients out and that. About 10 minutes to do this. And about 10 minutes to cook them. The hard bit is when it comes to the cooling, because you've got to wait. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to fold the flour in, and you'll start seeing it turning into like a cookie dough. But like the famous ice cream makers, but we're going to make actual cookies. We're not going to just freeze it. Yeah, we'll just give it a mix in, fold it over. The thing with cookies and stuff like this is not to overwork it. Just get it to the stage that you need, and that's enough, and that's enough. But look at that, it's come together, perfect, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start going in with the chocolate chips. Doesn't matter which order they're going, we're just getting stuck in. So we'll go in with the dark ones. Just fold them in. Give them a good mix. And look at that. What's it took? This is in real time as well. It took about 3 minutes. And they're charging £2.30 each. Go in with a second bag. And you can probably get away with just one bag, but like I say, if you're going to have a cookie, you know. Don't mess about. Just do it properly. Right. This is done now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set this just to the side there, and I'm going to bring in the first tray. And what I'm going to be using is an ice cream scoop. I got this one from a charity shop for about 20 pence, and it's ideal. What we're going to do is just take a scoop with stuff. Don't mess about with it too much. Doesn't matter if they're not perfectly round in that. Just stick them on with parchment paper. Plenty of space between them. They will join up at the edges, which is not too bad. We just don't want one massive big cookie, that's all. So we'll try and get 4 in each tray. I'm aiming for 8. Hopefully I'll get 8. So that's the first ones. Great easy, you know, man. You can just stick them in a bag, stick them in your pocket, and away you go. I take them when I go bike riding and that, the lush one. Bit of energy when I'm out on my bike rides. Cup of coffee somewhere, scenic and that. Big cookie, lush. Right, I'm going to have to scrape this bowl out so I can get the last little dregs out. Right, that's for 8. That one's not exactly round, but it's fine. It's fine. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put both of these, whoops, in my preheated oven, 180 degrees, for 8 to 10 minutes. Then we'll come back and we'll see what we've got. Right, we're back. It's been about 12 minutes, a couple of minutes longer than I said, because they weren't quite cooking quick enough. But oh, look at these. Check them out. Look at them. Just starting to turn brown on the edge. Still nice and soft in the middle. This is the most difficult bit now. It's just letting them cool. Not having the temptation to dive in and just grab one, because they'll just fall to pieces. But what I'm going to do, it's autumn here and there's quite a stiff breeze outside, so I'm going to open the kitchen window, give them about 15 minutes to really cool themselves down, and then we'll rip one open, we'll have a taste, and we'll bring this one in. Right, they've had a good time to cool down now. Got a plate. All that's left to do is thank you for watching and that. And if you like this, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Try and get your subscriber count up a bit. We'll just part these onto the plate. Look at them. Oh, look at them. Can't wait to get stuck into these, you know. But We did what we set out to do. 8 giant cookies for the price of one from a coffee shop. Make your own. Have a go. See how you get on in that. Tell us how you get on in the comments and that. Slight difference in these. Look, see the slight difference in the texture. That's just because they were lower down in the oven. Nothing else. They're perfectly fine though. Yay, look at them. Look at them. 8 cookies. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And be kind to everyone. I'm going to rip into one and have a taste. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the chocolate in that. If you're going to do a cookie, do it properly. That's what I say. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be kind to everyone. I'll see you in next week's video. Thank you very much.